recording. So this is our first office hours to ScanAPI. Our agenda is welcome and introductions, project overview and updates, question and answer and contributions, show and tell, community sharing, wrap up, and next steps. Right. If you are not familiar with listening to English, because this is going to be like most in English, and below our video, you can see the CC, which is closed caption, and you can sign this up so you can have some subtitles in, and it's going to be easier if you are not familiar with this. So you can choose English or Portuguese as well, and it's going to show in here everything, and you can adjust your preferences and as well. To make sure this is a safe, respectful, and welcome environment for everyone, we have some fundamental principles, which are respect all people and their experiences, avoid interruptions, and make space for all voices to be heard, practice active listening and contribute in a positive way, and we always assume that everyone is learning. So let's be patient and collaborative, and we do not tolerate discrimination, prejudice, or exclusionary behavior. So be nice, please. This meeting is organized by Cumbuca Dev. Some of you might know or not, but I'm going to say what Cumbuca Dev is doing here in Brazil so we can be at the same point. So I'm Maria. I'm not Cumbuca. My name here is Cumbuca, but I'm not Cumbuca. I'm Maria Antonia, and Camila Maia, which is the mind creator of ScanAPI. We are both cousins and also co-founder of Cumbuca Dev. And Cumbuca Dev is an initiative designed to democratize and access to technology education through open source. Here in Brazil, we offer free courses, social mentoring, and remote events. And we have this emphasis on fostering an inclusive environment for minority groups and help to people to have more experience through open source. Our values are, as always, inclusion and diversity, support and collaboration, knowledge sharing, and genuine experience via open source. This image is not translated, but it's like, I don't get a job because I don't have experience, and I don't have experience because I don't have a job. So what we try to do here in Cumbuca is to give free courses, community, mentorship, collaboration through open source, so people could have their first and experience and can join the IT market. We have a lot of repositories that we do this, so I'm going to just show for you. But ScanAPI is the first one. Is even he's older than Cumbuca Dev, and is where Camila found this approach of, oh, you can have your first experience in IT through open source, and this is all she had made. Camila, if you want, you can talk to a little bit, but if you don't want to.
No, go ahead. It's
okay.
Perfect.
The next one is Brazilian Utils, which is a library who provides various utilities in Brazil data. So we have BR Utils Python, but now we have as well all the Brazilian Utils organization and all the other language as well. So it's like CPF, CNPJ, CEP, is like validation, and it's pretty cool. Another repository we have is Git Chaos, which is a fire in the playground, as we might say in Portuguese. Is like a place where new people can come in and can learn how to make their first contributions and how it works, It's pretty cool. And we have also Git and GitHub para humanos, which means Git and GitHub for humans. And it's our ebook of our free course at GitHub Essentials in Linux Tips, which is a big school course in Brazil. And it's available and free for everyone to contribute and have this content. We have a collaboration repository with Design Líquido, which is Líquido, and it's also an open source repository that organizes a ecosystems of tools to develop in Portuguese. So it's pretty cool, and it's our partnership. And you can see more in cumbucadev.com, our projects, what we are doing, when you can help, if we have any mentorships or our what we are doing, and you can follow us and everything. So let's start. Now it's time for project overview and updates. Feel free to share, feel free to maybe join in the chat and talk a little more.
Should I go over in this part?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so project overview. I mean, first of all, who is already familiarized here with ScanAPI, what it does, like as a user? Just like use this hand thing here. Just if you already use it, like ScanAPI, or if you already, I mean, problem. I don't know that is already okay, because the thing is that we create some guides. I mean, it's not like guides, but it's more like steps for you to get first more into the contributing. I mean, to the user part is using the live, and then also like afterwards to contributing, like with code, and then for maintaining. But we didn't put yet in the main page or in the main repository. Maybe we should. I will share here for you just a second.
And maybe one of the ideas would be this. Is like for this is like in Portuguese, so that's why maybe we should put an ScanAPI repository. But it's like the first step is to read README, and then afterwards doing like the tutorial, because we have the tutorial on the website. So then you can get more familiar of what are the functionalities, what are the features, and how. So there is here the tutorial, so you can go with this. And then afterwards, like the other step is to, there is like this video. I think this one is in Portuguese, but we can get some resources because I already presented about this in many conferences. Like a video explaining more or less how it works in English. We should do that. And then also we being able to run the examples repository, because we do have like a repository here. Then we have like famous APIs using ScanAPI. So we did like the mockups for you to try and test. I mean, they are not mockups, they are really specs that work, but for you just to understand, for example, using ScanAPI in the GitHub REST API, or using ScanAPI with the Poke API. So here there's specification, and then you can play around with this. So this would be like the first steps for like you getting more familiar with the ScanAPI as a tool and you as a user. And then there are like some first steps for you as like a contributing person. So there is like this contributing guide that points to the week. And then here in the week, we have a lot of information like newcomers, like how you open your first pull request, how you run ScanAPI locally, how we manage the change logs if you're creating a new feature, or you're creating, I don't know, any change, how you record this so other people can notice. And also like how you write tests, because sometimes it's hard. So here like more friendly instructions of doing this and stuff. So this would be like more about contributing with code. And the last step would be like helping to maintain. So like how get more familiar with the issues, the discussions, how to deploy the ScanAPI, and also I don't know how the actions are working here because we do have a lot of automations. So how these automations help. So I think one good thing would be to get these things available in a easier easier way. So then everyone, I don't know, I don't know, like for the next meetings, can be more also aware about the things. So this is like more about the guide. Project overview. So it was created in 2019, and I mean, I created the first part, but afterwards the community helped with so many things. Is like we not only with the code, but with the decisions and like about the tools and stuff. And but I was still always feeling that I was the bottleneck of the process. And the idea here is try to change that because like one step back. I had like I had to done one step back, especially because I was feeling that we were not creating a community. And the idea now is trying to create this community, and Cumbuca Dev is helping a lot with this. So like how we can, I don't know, have more connection together and thinking about ScanAPI together. And the idea is like we're going to try this with ScanAPI and then afterwards for the other repositories too. So this is like a experiment idea. So if you have any other suggestions, ideas, recommendations of how we can increase this as a like this sense of community and how we can help each other, but also how can we have, I don't know, fun. I remember like with Problem, we were like we were sending recipes of Brazilian and Indian dishes, and we were talking. So also there before we decided to use Discord. But so I think that now we are in a point that ScanAPI is itself now. It's super stable, but it's not really being adopted for many people, especially because of the reason that you have like a complex. It's not a complex, but it's like you need to put some effort to adopt it. So you need to create the specs. So I think now we are in the moment to start creating this community and start defining like the future of Stone API, how we are going to manage. And if it's not for the tool itself, but also like to think that we are trying to shape the open source in different ways. So uh, it's it's about Scan API, but also about like how open source will start to be from now on, like in Brazil, and afterwards, I hope, like in the world. So now, for example, like if you get the statistics from open source in the world, is like if you check like how many, the percentage of women is like ridiculous. Like it's insane and ridiculous, like less than 5%. And also like usually open source environments are known for not being really welcoming, and they are known for being like a hostile environment in general. I can quote a lot of examples here. Let's avoid that. I think everyone that already tried to work with open source already know this. So so this is like, I don't know, an invite for all of you to try to build something different and try to build like a, I don't know, a way that we can export and use in other projects and here or for any other community. So these are more or less the project overview. I mean, not talking about the product as an API itself, but just like more or less the idea of what we want to achieve here. And now I would like to ask if you have any comments, inputs about this as community, and I don't know, like the pains that you have already felt when you were working with open source, and what, I don't know, I would like to listen more about you, like what you yeah, if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable like speaking English or something, you can write in the chat in Portuguese, and we can translate it to English or yes, please. Okay. Mm,
Cri-
may- Maybe speaking is not the best. Maybe we can try to talk more. Like maybe this is already something, and the community will work more async, not only like talking in video and in person. Uh, I don't know, but okay, we can work with emojis. So just react if you think that is a good idea. Good, good. People are listening to me, at least hearing. And okay. Ah, yes, yeah, mm, you're in your work, yeah, doing two things at the same time. Okay, no problem. Oh, everyone is working. Okay, so maybe more informative would be easier. Yes,
I think everyone except me is working.
yes. Do you want to say something?
So yeah, cool. So yeah, I've been I think involved with ScanAPI for I think during the initial phases where we were just rolling out small patches. Then I think I drifted off, but recently I started coming back, doing more active contributions, trying to get more people involved. I was at PyCon India recently. We did a dev sprint, so there was some interest. Uh, like 5 6 people were interested in adding PRs. I'm not sure how they went, but at least people are interested. The community has been always welcoming. This is a prime example. It's good.
Right. Yes, I think this is a good point that we need to define like also like where we are gonna talk and what is the best channel, and also how to welcome in and how to get these contributions, and how we motivate people to stay, yeah, like to keep working with it, right? So yes, we can. Should we go more technically now? I don't know what are the next steps. Okay, contributions. Yeah, maybe now. Yes, I think now is the thing. So maybe we can go through the issues and talk a bit more or less about it, and or if you have already like one question specifically, you can also ask. Let me share here. Okay. So one thing is that I'm not having that much time to work with open source these last days because we were working in educational part, so we are creating the whole basis for people to be able to contribute with open source. We are creating videos, like the classes itself, recording them, and also the ebook. So then, I don't know, people will know all the best practices and also know how the whole flow of open source, how it works, like you create a fork and then you ask for pull requests and stuff. So that's why, especially this year, I'm focused more on this. The idea is that on the next year, I will, like 2026, I will start going back and working more actively with the project. So let's go here. Yes, about this, I'm not sure if my changes for the depend about working or not, because they are separate again, right?
Yep.
So it seems they didn't work. And now we have two depths.
Yes.
I did a really good job here. Okay, so but why it's separating? This is the thing that I'm not understanding. Do you have any clues why it's not aggregating the things? Because these are all developer dependencies, right? It's
Yes.
okay. Someone said something. Let me check.
We have a question here. Oh, you don't need to change. River has asked, is there any intention to translate the docs to Portuguese? Ooh, this is a good one.
Alright. We just started having it now. Yes. I think it would be amazing. Yes, I think it's really good. Like the documentation itself now we use here in week, but we can have like starting with the Portuguese, and I don't know if any other people wants to contribute with other languages, that would be amazing. Yes, I think it would be nice. I don't know, what do you think? It's a good idea?
I
Sure.
Like one thing that we were trying before was about the documentation was to use the
Read the docs.
yes, make the docs was right, was it? I don't remember which
Yeah,
tool
read the
were.
docs. It was read the docs. I think that would be better, and also to have localized and personalized type of documentation.
Yes, that would be amazing. But for me, I don't know. I never, every time that I try to work with this, I had no clue how it works. I always destroy the documentation and stuff. Does anyone have like experience in working with the docs? Ah, yes, because then you can already do it everything in the localization. That sounds nice. River, do you have any experience with read the docs? Because maybe you could try to go for this approach, because then we have everything like in one place. We can have everything in our we have like a read the docs in ScanAPI, right? I don't remember. Is it available somewhere? I mean, maybe it's like some documentation here to say where it is, and um so yeah, definitely. So I think we have some action items here. Maybe one is about the documentation itself. Ah, yes. Thank you very much. So one would be about like the documentation. Also, like we have two different documentations, right? One is the one related to like the users. So people that will use ScanAPI, so they know how to use it. So it's like basically now it's ScanAPI dev, and they go here and they check the docs and that's it. But should these be like instead in the read the docs? Should we move all this information here, tutorial, commit, examples, I don't know, these things to read the docs? And or and also we have the other type of documentation that it will for the contributors, right? So then the contributors should be here in the week or someone else. I think we need to have this kind of discussions.
That also needs to get updated because I think I moved from poetry to UV for ScanAPI. So for local setup, I think we need to move we need to update the document. That was one of the issues that I pointed out at Python India. But I think nobody picked that up. But I need to do it. At least the local setup guide in the wiki needs to get updated. That so that running ScanAPI locally, this page needs to get updated to use UV run and UV setup in that
Yes.
sense instead of
Because it's not using poetry anymore, right?
yes. We moved from poetry to UV.
Yes, I think also this is another problem that we have like a lot of things that we need to update once we merge something on ScanAPI. For example, the examples, repository, and the documentation, and if it's like contributors or on the website. So maybe we should try to analyze how we are gonna manage these things together, and if we the more that we can automatize, the better. So maybe we can open an ADR discussion to talk about documentation in general and how we are going to approach from this in the future. What do you think?
I think read the docs kind of solves this, where you can locally build the documentation and update it as you make the code changes. And I think these are also good newcomer issues that literally anybody can pick up with zero knowledge of the project. They just need to know how Written data works in general.
Yes, this
We
is
can
a good point.
market those out.
This is a good point because we don't have like like the idea is that the user will not be necessarily familiar with Python, right? So
Yes.
this is a really good point. Okay, bye. So yes, okay. I think it's a good point to discuss about the documentation in general, like yes, and how we are going to. But yes, read the docs. I think it's makes sense. This is what you said, right? That read the docs. What is
Yes.
your okay?
Yes. And it would be easier for at least people who update documentation. So they don't need to know everything about ScanAPI or what evaluators does or what spec does. They just need to, hey, this needs to change, this command needs to change. I know this, so I can get my PRs. So easy PRs can be easily marketed to people who have beginner experience, and they would be getting some experience out of it.
Awesome. One question: is it possible to use Markdown or not? Is always
Yeah,
RSP.
I think
So
that I'm not
help.
sure. Yeah, I prefer Markdown. It's easier, but I think it prefers RST in some sense. Like we would still need to. We can open an issue and maybe talk about it, share findings and whatnot.
Okay, good. Another point that we were okay about the dependence bot, dependabot. We need to create an issue to reevaluate it because why it's not working, especially for the development tools. So I think this is like one point. Um, Another thing is let's go for the pull request here again. Pull request. Okay, so this is a lot of noise, and I totally agree with you that it was giving too much noise here and stuff. Here, first contributing. Ah, yes, this. What do we need to do for this to? It's you already asked for some changes, right?
Yep. The person hasn't responded. So I'm still waiting. If not, I'll probably do that by the weekend myself and add that person as a author.
Okay, good. There is one thing that we are doing, like for maybe I should show here for the all projects that we are working. We creating these Cumbuca Dev shared workflows. So this the idea is that we are going to create some workflows now. It's only for validating the PR title, but afterwards will be for more um, interactions. That is like to help us to automate this maintaining part. So, for example, if the title here, that is that if the PR title is not following a pattern, then there is a message in both in Portuguese and in English saying like, hey, you need to follow this pattern, and this pattern. So sooner or later, we are gonna have more of these workflows that maybe we can add also to ScanAPI. I think the title one is already added. I mean, it's not related to just this, but it's just because was checking here about reviewing PRs, and this will might help us in the future. So this we just need to wait, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. About the issues. So this is a really interesting part that was about, okay, this is already being tackled. This one. So
Yes.
I think the idea here that Leonel brought, I think this is the thing, to not say insult. I think this is I think this will be the thing that we will be able to translate for one place to another. And this is like really with AI things that I'm completely not aware of. So but it like Newton, that he's another guy that is helping with the open source projects here at Cumbuca Dev. He was like playing around with it, and we were like afterwards talking about his research, and also with Lionel. So it seems that this will be the first like the way to go. I'm not an expert about it. Maybe what we could do, I'm thinking, is that maybe we could schedule a meeting with Lionel if he could give us like a problem. Do you have some experience with it or not?
MCP, no. I have no experience with LLMs or MCP. I'm just aware of it, what it does, how it does. Not
Yes.
sure.
So maybe, I don't know if you like the idea, but maybe we could schedule a meeting with him. Just to give you some context, he is the one that creates like this programming languages in Portuguese. So now he is leading the project of creating a Python in Portuguese. So he knows all this shit about going deep into compilers, translators, and all these things. So maybe we could schedule a meeting and have like some insights of, because I had a meeting with him and he said like, yeah, this problem, I know how to solve it. I know how we can do the translators from the Swagger to, so I don't know. For me, it would be interesting because I would like to learn, and also we could at least see everyone on the same page and insights. Would you like to join this meeting or Pavan, or?
Yeah, I can. That'd be fun. I was more into writing converters as in the first approach. Writing converters from API spec that does the converting from your Postman or whatever, or the reverse. Or the second one, but yeah, the MCP part sounds fun. Like it should be there.
Yeah, and maybe we can also like listen from him and then say, no, let's go for the other direction. I don't know, but maybe I think we are at least for my part, I'm looking for the knowledge, and since I don't have time to go deeper into this, and
I think if we can have separate ways, as in this can be worked on isolated. This isolatedly can be worked upon. Like somebody can pick up converters and somebody can do Django ScanAPI or XYZ framework for ScanAPI. So I think 4-5 points can independently be worked upon. That we don't need to go straight, or we can do five things and just figure out what works for us. Given it's an open source thing, nobody is actually getting paid out of it. So just to respect their time and our time, you can pick whatever you want, and maybe some should be a good way. I think.
yeah, the Django ScanAPI is amazing. I really think it should be a thing. It would help a lot, and it's yes. So I'm 100% into it, Joe. I think it's okay. So maybe what we can do is like split this issue. Like saying like, okay, let's try to go in these multiple directions as you suggested. So and then for the one that is about the AI shit, we schedule the meeting with Lionel. And then who wants to joins, and like we can also like share with other people.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so we need an action item to answer and break that issue, right?
Yes, I'm writing it down. I've shared the notes. I think.
Okay, awesome. Okay, good. Next point. Let's see. I think that we should. Let me put it. Okay, this. I think from the issues here we couldn't go because we are already running out of time. Maybe. What I would like to discuss at least now would be about like the channel, the communication channel, or how we can. I mean, Pravin, do you have anything that you want to discuss like more technically that we didn't
No.
go?
I just no. I think that's about it. Just one thing that I have could be for the next thing. I'm not sure if people are aware of Google Summer Report. It usually takes up open source organizations. Like we can apply as ScanAPI, and people who are people who are selected into the program work for a month on open source thing, and Google pays them.
Wow, nice. Yes.
And it's a good chunk of money. I think around some $1,000 or something like that. So those people also get some money out of it, and we would, as the organization, would have something out of it, because we would have a person, an intern level person who's good with tech, knows everything, solving our issues for them. The thing that we would need from our end is some person who can mentor them. So for ScanAPI,
Nice.
if nobody is around, I can do that. We just need to find the logistics on how we can submit ScanAPI to Google Summer of Code and maybe present with a plan and say, hey, we would like to be part of Google Summer of Code this year. And if somebody applies to our org, you need to filter it out, pick one people and just get it. That could be one of the
Awesome.
action items.
Wow, this sounds
Wow.
amazing.
There are a bunch of them. There are Rails Summer of Rails Girls program or something like that. But this is Google Summer of Code is more generic. Like since we use a bunch of tech, as in the website is written in something. ScanAPI is just Python, Django API. ScanAPI is Django in that sense. So we can apply as an org to Google Summer of Code and let's see what happens.
Yeah, this should definitely an action item. I love it because we went through the security training from GitHub and it was amazing and like so yes, I think also like we should manage a way to display these things on the website of ScanAPI, like like hey, Red Hat already sponsored us, like we already went from these like from these
Yes.
GitHub secure South phone and all these kind of things. This is another action item, but definitely we should apply it. Wow, what is the deadline? Love it.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay, good. But
Let me know if you need any help. A friend of mine is an org admin for Django, the Django project
Oh, nice.
for Google Summer of Code. So if you have any questions, I can ask him around. There are some folks, like I'm active in the Django community, so I can ask there. On the Django is comparatively a big project and they've been around Google Summer of Code for a very long time, so they have experience. So if you find any
nice.
logistic problem, let me know. I can maybe get in touch with you or make the connection of you getting in touch with them and you can figure it out for them.
Ooh,
Really nice. Thank you. Thanks for that.
No problem.
wow, yeah. We need to add these things to our calendar because so many stuff I wouldn't not remember about this one. Really good.
I knew about this program, but I didn't know we could send our our repos. So it's like
Yeah,
new.
I think
Yeah, I
ScanAPI is
didn't know it.
big enough to be considered as an all. We just need to check the check boxes
Yeah.
that we need to tick, and if not this year, maybe definitely we can try out next year and fill all the boxes and
Yeah,
maybe
that's
yeah,
be
right.
then we prepare. Yeah, then
Yes,
we prepare
exactly,
ourselves.
exactly. Yes.
Love it.
Love it.
Cool. For now, do you think the communication on Slack works, or do you think we should go back to Discord? It's just because we were not used to use Discord, so that's why we were not. But should we go back to Discord, stay on Slack while it's like slow, just to be like easier, or should we ask the society, the community, or should we open an issue? I don't know. I would love to hear about your feelings on this.
You're asking me.
It could be you.
I
But
think
it's only we.
Discord and Slack, I think both are good. Just for now, I think Discord, let's keep it to open public thing. Because most of the people that I recommended at Python India work through Discord, through the Discord button at the ScanAPI repo. And if that gets big, it would be a good problem for us. But let that problem
Yes.
come.
Okay, so yeah, let's keep. I like the idea, like yes, keeping the public announcements. Like for example, we did that yesterday. Maria did that,
Yeah, yeah.
and also if someone wants to ask something there, um, and also problem if you saw that someone is asking something on Discord and I didn't answer or someone didn't answer, you can just like, hey, you remember the Discord server? And like, yes. Well, no,
Sure.
don't worry, because I'm the worst with communication in general. So this is another good thing. Like if you want
Yeah.
to say
I
something,
was going to say.
I don't know, like a bureaucratic thing and stuff, I always talk with Maria because she will be like, usually the easiest way for like connecting to me is like GitHub issues or because
Yeah.
I'm like usually focused on creating the classes or stuff, so I don't stop that much because otherwise I lose the focus. So
Yeah, she's being kind. If you want to talk to Camila, you can first talk to me so I can say, Camila, please answer
I'm a
them.
mess.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. I'm a
Yeah,
mess.
but yeah, don't go first for her. You can say like, oh, I want to
That's
talk to Camila someday. You can talk to me.
that's why we're trying to create a community, because if this depends on me answering things, it will be like a mess. So let's try to make it like a nicer place. Okay.
So
What is the next?
now we have this time of show and tell or community sharing, which it was supposed to be like if someone wants to show something who has done with ScanAPI, or if it's having some struggle of using it or making a contribution, it's like this time. So if anyone want to share your screen and tell us.
I remember another action like that. I'm really good on creating demand, right? And solving the demands, no. No, is that maybe we should put on the website too the office hours, like for people then know.
Oh,
Yes, I thought also putting it in the README, or I don't think it's like the best
Yes,
place. Like
maybe in the
contributing, I don't
reading.
know. I don't know if it's in contributing. I could take this one. Yeah.
and also having events on Discord helps. Having that event and having people interested just gives a notification.
Mm.
I forgot to do
Why
that
did I
because
know
I'm
that?
also I also am an admin on Discord. I should have done that,
Yeah.
but I also forgot.
You are already an enemy, right?
Yeah, I'm on Discord admin. I have a bunch of permissions. I think it's the same as
Could
you for at least ScanAPI, so I can get
w-
them working if you're not available.
yes, that would be nice,
Oh,
because then
thank
having the
you.
event there, and wow, this is really good thing. Yes, and also you have access to the one password, right? Thing, so
Yes,
then you
yes,
can
yes. So I can make the tweets and everything on Twitter.
yeah, you can kick us out too if you want. and destroy the community. Nice. So yes, I don't have anything to show and tell, and not because I'm not actively being able to code or doing almost anything. And the thing that I did was the depend button is not working. So, so yes, but I really like this section because I think it will, yes, we will bring people from the outside. And I think it should be both on README and contributor, because maybe someone is trying to use Scan APIs and having problems, but also someone that is trying to contribute, and I don't know.
Also, should we add these action items? Are these public in that sense? Should I add it somewhere as a link?
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be super nice.
Like
I don't know if
these,
this could.
I've written them down. I think the link is here. If you forgot, this is the one.
I made a doc. I don't know if it's like I've seen yours. If you want, I can add yours into mine.
Okay.
But it,
A
but I
Google
like,
Doc. Oh, yeah. So I
but I
could
like
share
the
with
idea.
everyone.
But I like
Yeah.
the idea of putting in like on GitHub, right?
Yes, that's
Oh,
easier
on
to read
GitHub.
for you. Maybe a link to
mm,
the document, and the document is easily accessible by a link.
Okay.
yes, I don't know. I don't know where, because I was thinking of this, like where we are going to share all these things about roadmap ideas. I was even thinking about creating one repository that is for all these things, like we post the agendas, the things that we did, the roadmap.
Announcements kind of a thing.
Yeah, because then it's like not only about the Scan API repo itself, but also, I don't know, if we are discussing about Django Scan API or the website or all these things. So maybe we can create a repo that we put these things. I don't know how to manage this repo, or I don't know, we can have like a folder there, like meetings, office hours meetings, and then we have like by day the things that we discussed it, so then we can be transparent.
I like this idea of having like into the GitHub and everyone can see it and
Uh, that I can do. I think I have access to create a repository, so I can push that out. ScanAPI.
Nice.
Like I'll just name the repository of Office Hours and just do one like dated kind of a thing.
Yes, you can. Yes, I don't know. Yes, I don't know management, but management sounds like an infrastructure thing. Yeah, you can. You put the name you want, then we can change it if you think about it.
Yeah. Just do something.
Awesome. Um, cool. Do we have more things to do?
Nope, I think that's enough for a month.
Yes, wrap up the next step. So it's like to put all these things there in the repo and then. Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's everything cool. If you want to see, I noted here in documentation for contributors for users, documentation in Portuguese, and see like the read the doc. The manual is my task to share with everyone in English. That manual we have in Portuguese. You know that set an appointment with Lionel, which I'm going to do later this day. Answer and break the issue 814. Apply to this year program of Summer of Code. Show on website the achievements and the office hours we have now. README and contributing. We have the office hours as well. And then create a repository to put this infos in. Is it? I don't know if. Let me see if Pradvan has noted something different.
It's the
Move
same
to read
thing.
the
Yeah,
doc.
yours are
Yeah,
better.
the same. Okay, I'm going to put here.
Yeah, you can post maybe on a Slack channel or something, and then we have a.
Yeah, I think it's like a Slack right now. Yeah.
Yep.
Space. Okay. So this is it. This is our first of many office hours. We are so happy and glad you came here. So this is going to be for real, and on every first Friday of the month, the same time, the same place, and it's open to all if you want to come here and share and come take people to contribute is like the best one. So our next meeting is going to be in November 7th, same time. See you later, alligators. Thanks for joining and contributing. We are so happy, really, really happy. I'm like thinking of making this office hours for like too long.
Ages.
Yeah, I
Ages.
was like, Camila, please, can I do it? Yeah, please, please, please. So we can talk more about ScanAPI because it's like a huge project and it's so nice just having like now she's going to get her. Can I tell?
Yeah, you can tell.
Yes, I want to tell everyone. Yeah, she got invited to join GitHub Universe as a maintainer of project open source. So ScanAPI is giving us some prizes. So we are really happy, and we wanted to make this more often so more people can come here, can talk about ScanAPI, and learn how to contribute in open source.
Actually, this was like a point that we should have talked before because okay, so like yes, you're not wrapping up now, so just go back. So GitHub invited me to go to the GitHub Universe. So they have like 3 days. The first 2 days are no, the first and second day. They are like the normal ones that everyone goes. So they have like the normal activities, but there is the day zero that is only for open source maintainers. So there, I will be there, like talking with them. So you try to get some connections and, of course, understanding like more about how they manage their projects. And also, I think maybe they will have some opportunities to show the project. I don't know in the day 1 and 2 or so. If you have any ideas of how we can promote Scan API or if I don't know what we could do there, let us know because then, yes, oh, maybe we should do some stickers. Okay, yeah, this kind of things.
Yeah.
So, yes, maybe we can keep talking afterwards, but it will be nice. It will be really nice, and I hope I will get a lot of connections, really nice connections, and people to join the project.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks. Oh, sorry. Do you want to talk?
No,
Feel free.
no.
I was just saying goodbye.
Good. See you, folks.
See you next first Friday of the month. Thank you for all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
You're
you.
awesome.